You know, I feel like we've battled with effort, but we got to find ways to eliminate losing and win. We got to get over the hump. You know, Alabama, Missouri, these guys are playing their tails off. We're scratching and clawing to you know, to compete and win these games, and we got to find a way to win, pull it out, just to get that mojo of confidence going. And you know, we actually, Kyle said something to me there, and I referenced Arkansas. Arkansas started off 0-5 last year, and we referenced that with our guys. And so, God, I appreciate so much the guys with the effort they gave, being stranded after that gut punch at Missouri, to turn around and get back Sunday night to turn around to play a top 15 team. But with that said, we're in it to win it, and we got to find ways to get some key stops. You know, Acuff was elite. You know, the thing about him is he also had 9 assists, no turnovers, and he's so hard to guard. I think a lot of it was our inability to guard the straight line drive. You know, whether all of them, they're just so athletic straight downhill. They just dominated us at the rim. And if you did, when they did rotate over, they threw it for the lob. And I thought, you know, we saw it on tape. I've seen it, you know, but he is Iverson-like. You know, being able to score, pass, speed, all that.
Porter, is it defense that's keeping you from closing out these games?
I mean, we haven't got keep stops, but you know, I think it's a handful of things. You know, we had a little out of bounds play. We got right to the rim. We ran a little action, had a layup to tie it. We just haven't been able to get the things to fall. Like the Alabama, we had Nigel or shot, and you know, I thought the crowd was great, man. I know they're thirsting just like we are. And I appreciate them, man. They were really trying to pull it out for us, and they were great. And just, you know, you're up 2 a minute, and you know, he had back-to-back drew fouls, you know, made 1 of 2 free throws, and the next time he got an and 1. So we got 4 points on 2 possessions. We missed a 3. You just got to get some stops, get some separation, get fouled, and we just we haven't been able to do that. We got some of that at Missouri, and then we gave up. You know, we hit that big shot at the end, and so you just got to find ways to pull some of these out.
How tough has it been to keep it together, or has it been tough?
Yeah, it was really, you know, I tell you, we talked about it. You know, we got stranded, and we were at the hotel trying to prepare for Arkansas, and just they see for me. I'm convinced we can be. I'm convinced we're good. We just gotta. But you got to win. You got to win some of them. But I'm convinced we can find ways to win, and I think they see that in my staff. They came out and had such an energetic bounce to play hard. I mean, they're together, but you feel for them because you need some wins to get a little bit of confidence. They know they got to start chalking up some wins in the win column. They know that. So, yeah, to stand, it's always hard in life to stand and struggle. We're standing in the place of struggle right now. But how do the only thing we can do is fight, is to try to stay together. We're standing in struggle right now. And we've got to fight. We've got to believe, and we got to find ways to pull out some of these.
You already talked about Darius Acuff, Thomas as well. I think he's the top scoring freshman duo in the country. I guess just how difficult is it to, I guess, prepare for those two guys, and how good was Malik Thomas?
He's terrific. I mean, he obviously, you know, we did a good job taking away his threes, you know, because we know how a lead shooter is. But they go downhill so fast. It's probably it is. It's by far the top team of athleticism going downhill, and they move, and they're rolling to the rim. If you rotate, they're throwing it up to the rim. But they finished inside. I think when they go downhill, he's very strong. But I think Malik, those two, special players.
Or it seemed like tonight's some of the best you've gotten.
Yeah.
What was different tonight, and is this just another example that underscores how much better you guys are?
No, it means everything. You hit it. Like when he goes, he hasn't played like this since Ole Miss, and we had a chance to get an elite team tonight. But if he can start giving us some of that, I thought he had 12 rebounds, 9 points, 4 assists. We did turn it over. We had 12. They had 6. We usually been a team of taking care of the ball. We had a tough one in the corner and out of bounds play. We had been getting some shots off Nigel in the out of bounds plays, and we kind of tried to fit a square peg in a round hole in that out of bounds play late, and we turned it over in the corner. But to Mo's energy, rebounding, some different things. Just to get that kind of production from him, it means everything. We're not a deep team. and when Mo gives you that, it just puts us in a way better position.
Order back-to-back 20-plus point outings from Nigel. Just what does that do for his confidence moving forward in the SEC slate?
Yeah, the thing we talked about with Nigel, and I told him, after some of the games, like the Alabama game and the South Carolina game, is, you've been in a million games. He's 2,000-point scorer. It's going to ebb and flow. It's going to come back around. He started off conference not shooting the ball well, obviously, but I go, that's going to come. Focusing on your defense, the other things, but for him to see the ball going in, it gives us a way better chance to win the games. We've been in, for him to be able to make shots like that, it gives us a way better chance. And we got to help X out. There's a lot of pressure on X with the ball handling. When you see elite pressure like that, they were pressuring Nigel, pressuring Tay, and I thought we've got to do some things. We've all year had Tay be a primary handler. We did it again, but there's a lot of pressure on X. When you play a team that had that kind of elite athletic defensive pressure, there's a lot of pressure on X, and he's been probably our most consistent player.